understanding the emotions in your learning brain. Introducing our amygdala and our emotional response center in our brain. It's sometimes known as the crazy nut, as it is a little nut-shaped and it does cause us to act a little crazy at times. When we have a negative emotional response to a person or situation, that is our amygdala at work, trying to keep us safe from those proverbial saber-toothed tigers. It's unfortunately not as helpful in our modern-day working and study environments. It still happens because we have evolved this way, and it has enabled us to survive to current times. Let's look at how the brain works in a very simplified model. This is our emotional response center, including our amygdala, hippocampus, and is also where our memories are formed and feelings are centered, which is why they are very much connected to emotions. And then on top of that, we have our prefrontal cortex, or thinking brain. This is the part of our brain we use most when we are learning and working. We also engaged with the emotional, and when sleeping, our memories and things we have learned throughout the day are downloaded into our memories. We want these parts all to be working well together for an optimal experience. The problem is that when we have a negative emotional response, the amygdala seeks out a message in approximately 1/32 of a second, causing us to shift into a flight, fight, or freeze mode. The blood comes off of our brain and into our body to help us react. The problem then is that we are then unable to think clearly. There is no connection between our rational and our emotional brains. Essentially, we flip our lids. To get our brain back to thinking, we need to get the blood back into our brains, and the easiest way to do this is to ask ourselves a question. Fortunately, our schooling system has programmed us from a young age to answer or respond to questions automatically. That can be as simple as training ourselves to ask, "What part of my brain am I thinking with? Why am I reacting this way?" Or even just taking a deep breath and bringing your focus back, all of which help us refocus our brains. Now, the reason we are exploring this is that we can have negative responses in any part of our lives, even when we are learning, which compromises our ability to learn and achieve our goals. We can be set off by the people we are with, the person who is teaching, their mannerisms, the situation you are in, or perhaps even something that happened at home this morning. The best way to deal with this is by working out your triggers, analyzing your responses, and practicing your preferred response.